Tampa Bay Buccaneers host the New Orleans Saints at Raymond James Stadium on Sunday Night Football in Week 9. Next, we make our Sunday Night Football betting picks for the money line, spread, and over-under between the Saints and the Bucs. The Buccaneers enter the marquee NFC South showdown atop the division, but the Saints would take control with a victory after beating the Bucs 34-23 at home in Week 1. Quarterbacks Tom Brady and Drew Brees front the primetime matchup for the Bucs and Saints respectively. The two elder statesmen have their teams in the thick of Super Bowl contention. The Bucs are plus 650 at DraftKings to win it all, and the Saints are plus 1500. Tampa Bay is a moderate 4.5-point favorite for Sunday Night Football while at home in Week 9. The Bucs have won 3 straight games and are a perfect 3-0 at home. The Saints have won 4 straight and are 2-1 on the road. The Bucs are home favorites despite the double-digit road loss to the Saints in Week 1. They escaped Monday Night Football with a narrow 25-23 win over the New York Giants on the road. They previously beat the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders, each by at least 25 points. Their other loss came by a 20-19 score against the Chicago Bears on Thursday Night Football in Week 5. The Saints are underdogs for the first time this season. They've won 4 straight games, but each of the last 3 was decided by just 3 points. 2 of those 3 games also went to overtime with a 30-27 home win over the Los Angeles Chargers in Week 5 and a 26-23 road win over the Chicago Bears last week. New Orleans enters with 1 day of extra rest having played last Sunday. They're also just 3 weeks removed from their bye week, while the Bucs don't have their bye week until Week 13. On the injury front, the Saints are expected to have wide receivers Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders rejoin the lineup. They'll complement Alvin Kamara, who leads the NFL in yards from scrimmage and leads the Saints in both rushing and receiving yards. The Bucs hope to have wide receiver Chris Godwin back in the lineup, while the recently signed Antonio Brown is expected to make his season debut in only his second game since 2018. The Saints added to their defense by acquiring linebacker Quan Alexander from the San Francisco 49ers at the trade deadline. The hope is he'll eventually improve a unit ranked just 23rd with 28.1 points allowed per game. Tampa Bay is 7th defensively with 20.6 points per game allowed. They allowed just 10 points to the high-flying Green Bay Packers in Week 6. The Bucs also rank 2nd in the NFL with 28 sacks through 8 games. For the money line, us at the lines and play picks will stick with the favored Bucs to remain atop the division and split the head-to-head tiebreaker. We're picking a lean Bucs, minus 225 or better. At the time of our recording, the spread of 4.5 is yet to budge after opening at the same number last week, despite the bulk of betting action being on the Saints at plus 4.5. Tampa Bay is 4-4 against the spread at the midway point. It wins by an average of 10.2 points per game and covers by 6 points per game. New Orleans is just 2-5 against the spread for the season while failing to cover by 3.6 points per game. The Saints covered with ease as 4-point favorites in the season opening matchup. The Saints have played tighter than expected games of late while failing to cover as favorite. Their losses this season were by scores of 34-23 against the Raiders in Week 2 and 37-30 against the Packers in Week 3. The Bucs routed those same Packers 38-10 3 weeks ago on Thursday Night Football. All but last week's win over the Giants was decided by at least 7 points. Fade the public in this one and take the Buccaneers to cover minus 4.5 and win by at least 5 points. While the Saints are getting their top 2 receivers back in the lineup, the Bucs have the superior defense, particularly in their pass rush. Brees won't have the required time to hit Thomas or Sanders downfield, and another big game for running back Alvin Kamara as the primary target should be expected. Our pick, Bucs minus 4.5 or better. The over-under for Sunday Night Football is a modest 51.5 given the talent and star power involved. The Saints are the only team at 7-0 against the over-under, while the Bucs are 5-3 against them. New Orleans tops projections by an average of 9.1 points per game. Tampa Bay plays 4.2 points per game above the line. The Week 1 meeting saw a total of 54 points scored, when both teams were at their healthiest, but with a little more rust than usual with no preseason games. The Bucs have scored 23 or fewer points just one other time this season. New Orleans scored more than 30 points just once since Week 1. Our pick, is take the over at 51.5 or better. Thomas and Sanders boost the somewhat stagnant New Orleans attack, and Brady and the Bucs have the talent to match. Take the over on a low number for the primetime showdown. Looking at the Sunday Night Football props, here at the lines, we like the team to score the first touchdown, Buccaneers -141. The Bucs are third in the NFL with a red zone conversion percentage of 78.6. They've gotten into the end zone on 22 of 28 trips inside the opponent's 20. The Saints are just 15th with a conversion rate of 62.1%. Thomas led the Saints with 30.59% of the team's red zone targets last year, but he scored on just 9 of those 26 looks, with 20 total completions. Tight end Rob Gronkowski leads the Bucs with 11 red zone targets, and the Saints have already allowed 6 touchdowns to opposing tight ends, including one to injured Bucs tight end O.J. Howard in Week 1. Jump in the comments below and let us know how you're playing Sunday Night Football. Give this video a like and subscribe, and don't forget to visit thelines.com to find the best odds in your state always. Thanks for watching, and good luck on all your bets.